Billy Bigley's engine almost made the distance. As finally they push him in behind the wall. The pole sitter out in front of the pit wall is the victory lane celebration. Glenn Jarrett.
Well, series champion Mike Cope, folks said it wouldn't be long before you would win in this car. You've already shown your talent. You got a great team, a great crew behind you, but boy, you blistered them today.
Well, thank you. I tell you, Glenn, I laid up last night there, and I was thinking of, well, yeah, I wanted to win this race, and we're always pretty good here, you know. And I said, well, if I win that thing, I wanted to say something special to Bobby, you know, and Good Mark Foods, Dick Miller, Donald Labonte for giving me the opportunity, and couldn't figure out what exactly to say other than thank you, Bobby. It feels great, and you know, man, I don't know. You know, the Penrose car was fantastic today.
Well, it certainly was, and it looked like one of the keys for you, Mike. One of the things that helped you to get back out front was you guys elected to pit early. Billy Bigley, Shane Hall did not, and you guys pitted, I guess it was around lap 75. That seemed to be the key factor.
We did that here once before, and with the new asphalt, the tires seemed to be, you know, getting really good wear. So we figured we'd try and beat them with track position, and I had to get by the 16 car. We was just a tick down on the horsepower department today, but Beecher Hetland's going to fix that problem for us, I hope, and we'll go from there. You know, I don't know, like I said, it just feels good. I broke my TV jinx. I've never done good on TV until Martinsville, so this is even better.
Well, you finished a strong second last week, first this week, but it looked like to us up in the booth and from my vantage point down in the pits that once the guys got new tires on in just a couple of laps, there really wasn't that much difference between the new tires and the older rubber. No, there wasn't. You know, we at the end of the race, we run only a tenth slower than what we qualified the car at. So, and you know, put together a 15, 20 lap run like that. And so the tires weren't a factor. It was track position, and you know, that's what got us here. My crew, David Green, he spotted for me all day. My owner from last year, Bob Labonte. I mean, everybody was here. It's great. Well, you mentioned David Green. I'm going to bring David in for just a second. And David, you told me that as you look at the trophy that Mike won, beautiful thing. That David, you told me that how do you feel about spotting?
This is worse than driving. You know, when I spotted for Bobby in '92, I was a nervous wreck, and Jeff a few times. But today was one of them days. But we're awful happy to be in victory lane. Hope Bobby gets excited about tomorrow. He's got a great qualifying effort in the interstate cars. So good luck, Bobby. Well, it has been a good weekend so far. All the Labontes. Terry on the pole for Talladega. Bobby starts fourth. Congratulations again to Mike Cope. Great run.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mike Cope wins it, his 8th career victory in Slim Jim All Pro Racing. Hal Goodson's Ford finishing second, and Goodson will be the leader by 2 points in the standings. Jody Ridley is third, Freddie Quarry fourth, Toby Porter fifth, Shane Hall in the 6th position. 7th, good run for Scott Sutherland. Buckshot Jones was 8th. 9th was Ron Young, and Ron Barfield finished in the 10th spot. 11th, Scott Walters ran third the first half of the race. Clay Brown finished up in 12th. Rick Crawford 13th. Eddie Goodson 14th. Marty Lindley 15th today. 16th, Billy Bigley Jr. after sitting on the pole and leading the first half of the race. Winding up 17th, Donnie Bishop, defending track champion. 18th was Steve Allison, Scott Lovelady, and Tammy Jo Kirk with Bobby Russ Wood in relief, 20th. We'll be back with more from Greenville-Pickens Speedway as the tailgate party continues. There's more racing here for the local fans, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Greenville, South Carolina, where Mike Cope has driven to victory over Hal Goodson, who picks up the point lead in today's Slim Jim All Pro race. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett.
And the new points leader, Hal Goodson, is here. Not many people could catch up with him today, but I did. Hal had a little trouble early on. The car had a miss in it.
Yeah, we lost plug wire there to start with, and got that fixed. And we only came in and got 2 right sides, and we ran the left sides all day. And Cope, I guess he had a little better tires, and then got the plug wire going, and, you know, we decided to go the rest of the way. And I had an ignition box go out there about 10 to go, and Cope jumped me about a straightaway. And then finally, as an electric fan, I switched it off, and the car cleared up, and he had a straightaway on me, and we tried to run him down then, but he had too much for us today.
Well, it looked like right there at the end, I know one of your crew guys told me it looked like your tires might have been going away just a little bit.
Yeah, it took us about 3 or 4 laps to get going, but, you know, downtown radio, and we had a new sponsor, Chiefs, Wings, and Firewater today, and, you know, we were pretty good on tires. It's new asphalt and it's fast, and, you know, the tires never blistered today, and, shoot, we probably could have went all day on the same 4 tires, but we came in and got that plug wire on and put 2 on and went the rest of the way. But, you know, I like to congratulate Mike. You know, he had a tough time kind of at Nashville, then he had a good run last week and this week, and we had a tough run last week at Martinsville, busted the shock, but, you know, we're there for the championship this year, and that's what we're shooting for.
Well, I want to brag on him for a little bit, folks. Hal Goodson is a South Carolina native. He's also a graduate of the Military College of South Carolina, which is the Citadel. And you told me last week you majored in political science. Why was that?
Well, that's I was just kidding around when you told me it's the closest thing I find to racing, but you know, that's one of the deals when I started racing, to hang around and finish school and keep racing. My dad kept a car under me, and you know, my mom and dad's been behind me all the time, and my wife and my sponsors, Doug and Teresa Bartholomew, they've been with me for 7 or 8 years, and you know, we're gonna have a good year this year. Congratulations again to Hal Goodson, the new points leader. We'll go run somebody else down.
Well, he's having a good year so far, Glenn. He leads the points. Came in here 1 point behind Rick Crawford. He now leads Mike Cope by 2. Crawford's finish put him 45 back. Freddie Query 50 points out of the lead. And Scott Walters 52 back. So still things are pretty close. Ron Barfield, Toby Porter, Billy Bigley Jr., Clay Brown, and Ron Young are the top 10 in the point standings. Third place finisher Jody Ridley started off slow but came to the front. Here's Glenn.
Well, the All Pro, looks like things finally turned around for you this year, Jody.
Well, we finally finished one, but you know, we started out a little bit tight and came in and pitted and helped it a little bit, and then right there at the end she tightened up on me again. But you know, it's a good run for us. We had a good car. Just missed the setup a little bit, but you know, I'm just glad to finish one way this year has been going.
Well, you've always seemed to have pretty good success here at Greenville-Pickens.
It's really been good to me. You know, we came up here, I don't know, 4 or 5 times earlier when the All Pro Series started running here, and missed the setup every time at night. Then I finally got me a good setup. Just stayed with it. They'd come to me every race, but now they done paved the thing. I got to start over again, so we missed a little bit today.
Well, not too bad off. And also standing next to me is Freddie Query, the 4th place finisher. Freddie, good run for you today.
Well, thank you, Glenn. It was a good run for us. You know, we got a new Ford this year and run this All Pro circuit with, and it's a new car, kind of new from what we've ran other places in the Concord. You know, it's the same type of car around the Concord, but we're learning the car setup, and we're learning the gear, the motor needs, and all that kind of stuff. And I was listening to Jody talking about how good his car was and all that kind of stuff. Jody drove his tail off today, and all of us did out there. This whole racetrack's got new asphalt, but it was slick, and we had to work for this one.
Well, congratulations again to Freddie Query. When he does get that thing figured out, he's going to be tough.
Freddie had a strong run today. We'll be back with more from Greenville, South Carolina, right after this message. Stay with us. Three lead changes among 4 drivers in today's All-Pro race. 8 cautions for 48 laps. A look at the full field in the Slim Jim All-Pro Series event today. Mike Cope, of course, the winner. Hal Goodson, Ridley, Query, Porter, Hall, Sutherland, Jones, Young, and Barfield, the top 10. Once again, Scott Walters, Clay Brown, Rick Crawford, Goodson, Lindley, Bigley, Bishop, Allison, Lovelady, and Wood. That recaps the top 20 for you. Here's the rest of the way they finished. Number 31, Brian Reevely, ended up in 21st. Eddie Mercer was running second when he crashed, ended up 22nd. 23rd position, Conrad Burr, Britz, Cox, Ward, Sutherland, Evans, Calhoun, and Powell, the way they finished up here today. But an exciting race, buddy.
Mike, I just hope everybody enjoyed the race as much as we did bringing it to them, because I tell you what, these guys get out there, they give it their all, and this is not a support race or anything like that. These guys are out there giving their heart and soul to what they do, and it's great racing, and I enjoy commentating on these races, and I hope we do more All-Pro races. I just think it's great.
I think there are a lot of these drivers we're going to see in the Busch Series in the very near future. A couple of them maybe even this season.
It'll be exciting. I hope some of them make it over there because they're ready. There's several of these guys that are ready to race anywhere at any time.
Well, this is one of the places they'll come from. There's a look at Marty Lindley's car. A little bruised, but not too battered after today's action around the Greenville-Pickens Speedway. Next Friday night, Glenn and I will be out in Portland, Oregon with NASCAR Super Truck Series action. And 2 weeks from today, Buddy and I will rejoin the Busch Grand National Circuit up at Loudon, New Hampshire on the Magic Mile.
Oh, baby. I love it up there. That's great racing.
And we'll bring it to you live here on the network that brings you more Super Truck racing and more Busch Grand National racing than all other television networks combined. The Nashville Network. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of today's Domino's Pizza 200 Slim Jim All Pro Series event. Special thanks to Jason Keller for joining us here topside. For Glenn Jarrett and Buddy Baker, I'm Mike Joy, congratulating Mike Cope on his Domino's Pizza 200 victory. So long, everybody.